Good morning, Marco Island. This is the Good Morning Marco podcast, Marco Island's first, best, and only podcast. My name's Ryan Sullivan.
I'm Jordan Crayley.
And today we are take two
Yeah.
recording this episode again.
Already sweating. I don't look my best.
Yeah, no, my leg's on fire. It's okay though, guys. We're gonna do a bit of a shorter episode for you today because I'm ready to crash out.
Yeah, we recorded like 45 minutes and it went away. So.
Yeah, no. So the board did the exact same thing that it did in the island Christmas Island style episode.
Nothing like a fun throwback, which we're here to do today.
Yeah, we already went through every single episode and talked about what we loved and hated about all of them.
And now you don't get to know that information.
You get to know a little bit. So, main reason we're here today is to tell you about this episode's sponsor.
This episode of Good Morning Marco is brought to you by Tyler Buchan of the Golf Group. Located right here on Marco Island, they're your go-to experts for luxury living on Marco Island and beyond. Whether you're looking for a waterfront home with golf access, a condo with stunning beach views, or a private retreat down on Hideaway Beach, Tyler and his team will guide you to your home. Visit thegolfgroup.com to start your search today. Or call 239-420-1099. Once again, that number is 239-420-1099. Go to thegolfgroup.com to find out more. Thank you so much to Tyler and his team for sponsoring this episode of Good Morning Marco.
Wow. Thank you, Tyler, so much. I really took the wind out of your sails on that one. Sorry. Thank you so much for Tyler and his team for sponsoring this and every episode of Good Morning Marco. Jordan, what the heck are we doing?
Party!
We're partying. I like how much the energy has completely shifted on this podcast today. So, Jordan, coming up on July
19th.
What are we doing?
Saturday. From 3 to 9, we're going to have our Good Morning Marco 1-year party. We're talking live music. We're talking vendors. We're talking to all the people in the community who love and hate us. Let us know what you're thinking.
But Jordan, where is it going to be?
The one, the only, Kava Culture Marco Island.
The one, the only, the Kava, the Culture, the Marco Island. First, best, and only Kava bar on Marco Island. We're, of course, where else would we have it other than Kava Culture?
Of course, coming full circle.
Tell me a little bit about what people can expect from the 1-year party.
You can expect some limited merch drops. We're going to be testing out some stuff, and if you really, really love it, then we'll keep it. But if everybody doesn't love it, then you have the chance to get some limited edition merch.
Yeah.
Timeless. Like some of our episodes have been timeless.
They certainly have.
Yes.
I said certainly, but that's okay.
They certainly have.
I'm never retaking anything. I have to edit this episode tonight.
This hurts my soul that we have to record it. I feel like I'm very fake happy.
I'm having deja vu because it feels like we just did this 40 minutes ago. I
think we did, didn't we?
We did. With that,
don't forget, since this is happening on a Saturday, you get to see DJ Raindrop at Patty Murphy's
later on,
10 p.m. until the rest of the night. Again, we've done this episode with him. We've done an episode with him. Love him. He's gonna get all the music vibes that you're looking for. Any recommendations? Anything? He reads the room. Ryan, your turn to do the next episode.
We're gonna do next episode.
I don't know. I was just playing.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to talk a little bit more about the party. The party's going to be super fun, guys. We've done something similar to this about 6 months ago, where we did our Good Morning Marco live stream, which we also held at Kava Culture. But that was kind of late, and it wasn't like we didn't generate enough hype, I think, for that. But this, I think we're really going to do. This is going to be fun. We're going to have live music. There's going to be vendors. Tell us a little bit about some of the vendors that are going to be there.
Some of the vendors. If you haven't seen our entire catalog of episodes, this is the
41 of which there are. I just counted about 45 minutes ago.
This is the 41st.
This is the 41st episode.
Correct. Yes. Okay. I had to double check. It's hot. I'm like, my brain's not here anymore.
Crashing out. Crash out meter is right about here. We'll see if it makes it to here by the end of the episode. That'll be fun.
I think I'm like F1 NASCAR racing too, like that. But anyway, insert car. You you can expect to see some of the awesome people that are now beloved friends of the podcast. We're going to have some tarot
Official
readings. Official friends of the podcast. We're going to have some tarot readings, some lovely jewelry vendors, maybe some merchandise that will be for raffle from some of our beloved potentially future episode people. I don't think that made sense. I'm delusional.
We have someone who's going to be on the episode that comes out next week that will be there.
Yes.
Which next week we are interviewing the wonderful MK at ELE Holistic. Finish it.
Body and Flow.
Holistic Body and Flow. It's a long name. Give me a break. Which is a very fun episode. So I really hope you guys come out to support that one.
As Ryan and I talked about earlier, I was saying that might be my favorite episode of the podcast. Ryan, what's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode of the podcast depends on what era we're talking about. If we're going, so as I told you earlier, but these people have never heard me say this before. As I said earlier, I really think that there are two eras of the podcast right now, as if we were Taylor Swift. The early days of the podcast, I say, are fully pre-Milton live stream, because I think the intermission of the podcast, is the 2 weeks where we did all of the city council episodes. Everything before that is, you can tell there's already a significant difference, because one episode, our last two episodes of the city council episodes are in full HD, and we've had a 4K episode so far. Probably won't do another 4K episode in a little while. It took a lot of time to edit. But in my old days, I would have to say the Jolly Bridge episode. Now, that's part of the reason why we're back here at the Jolly Bridge today. Hi, Ryan's iPad on top of Jordan's car. Let me just check to make sure this is still recording. I don't want to crash out again.
Third time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen.
So I really liked the Jolly Bridge episode because I really spent my time on the edit, and I wanted it to be. I did almost die. Not on the episode, but I talk about almost dying on the episode, which right there on that island over there, not that one, but that one. That's where I almost lived, which I did live. And
you would have been a mangrove troll.
A mangrove troll?
You know, like they have trolls that are under the bridge, but you're next to it, so you're a mangrove troll.
I suppose. What an interesting happenstance.
Not in an offensive way. I'm not calling you a troll.
Well,
I mean, if you ended up there, you'd probably be a troll, but I don't know.
That reminds me of a thing that I got to tell you that Tyler told me. Anyway, I really want to interview that person on the podcast, the bog witch that we have down here, as it were. And people are going to say, what are you talking about? The heat is getting to me, guys. But there is also the bog witch. It's moved to right here.
Action.
It's moved to right here. The crash meter has gone from here to here. So from the early days, that's my favorite episode. Do you have a favorite episode from the early days?
From the early days, I would say the bean episode.
That is like the start of the new days.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that happened before City Council.
No, because remember that we did the A7s on that episode. That was the first episode to come out after. That was our first episode of November that year, I believe.
Okay, then I think then it would have to be our first episode.
Really?
I really liked kind of introducing everything and getting it up and running.
Yeah.
I think that's always going to have a spot in my heart.
Yeah. Which I think it's very similar to this episode. Mine is crash out-o-meter.
Yeah, I swear, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we recorded was so good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But I think we have the opportunity to make this better. Who knows? Maybe. Still recording.
Now we're just paranoid that our
I am.
Not
I'm
work.
extremely paranoid. It's crazy. Because if it stops recording, it's going to stop recording in 40 seconds down there. But yeah, no, I really like our original episode. I think that it gets a bad rap because we're not actually talking about something Marco Island specific, except for us.
We are Marco Island
We're Marco
specific.
Island. You know, here's what we got to do. We got to do an episode where I interview you and then you interview me.
Yeah.
And then we could have those be like an interstitial episode.
That'd be fun.
Give me 15 seconds.
13.
Because if it stops, it's going to stop at 10 minutes exactly.
10, 9, 8,
5,
7,
4, 3, 2, 1. It continued. Okay,
We're good.
cool. All right,
wow,
so
I was really behind.
and with that being said, my scalp itches.
With that being said, again, this is our 1 year is going to be an event that we want everyone to come out to. We want you to bring your friends that haven't heard of Good Morning Marco. If you've only watched one episode and then maybe like this one, come on out. If you hate us on Nextdoor, come on out. We just really want to get a full grasp of everyone that we're talking to. We want to hear what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear what you want to listen to. And we are here to give back. And with that, I think we should go into some of our goals for next year.
Okay. I think one of my major goals for this next year, I have two main goals. I want a true personality on the podcast, someone that people outside of Marco are going to want to listen to. And I have something in the works. I have emailed their office, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're going to be able to come on the podcast. That would be huge. I'm really excited. I think that they would be open, and I really hope that it's going to work out. So that's part one. Part two,
I like that.
I like putting number goals on things. I think that we could easily hit 1,000 subscribers this year. I think it could even go far beyond. Who knows? But a soft goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of year 2.
That's fun. For mine, I feel like I would go with like something subscriber number wise, but I don't know. I feel like it's such like an unpredictable turnout that
Right.
I'm gonna leave that goal to you.
Okay.
I don't want to like cop your goal.
Okay.
So I think my like aspiration for the podcast is going to be doing like more community centered events, more things that are going to be like, maybe we have some keynote speakers and we have that like over at the Historical Society or...
Oh, I didn't even tell you.
Oh?
I got an email from the CEO of the Marco Island Historical Society.
Oh, what did it say?
We got permission to record an episode inside the museum with the final remaining person who worked at Deltona, the Deltona Corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
which
sick.
is
When do we do that?
We're going to have to do it like in July,
Okay.
just because we have to do it on a Monday.
Okay.
But yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. The only other person who knows about that is Tyler, because he was sitting next to me when we got that. So with that, yeah, that's going to be super fun. So we're gonna interview Marv Needles, who's the current chairman of the beautification committee. So we're gonna have to be very careful to not talk about anything to do with the beautification committee.
If you say anything, I'll just like...
No, if we
Bah!
say anything, they're going to drag me out and just make me sleep with the fishes over there. They'll arrest me. They'll have me done in. Not
that
really,
sounds really
but
scary.
it
I don't
is-
know if I want to witness that.
It is technically illegal for us to talk about anything to do with beautification, so we're just not going to talk about beautification on that.
It's okay. It had its episode.
Yeah. It's really had kind of 2 episodes, because the Calusa Garden Club episode, I
That's
think,
true.
is like a continuation of that episode. And I mentioned earlier that I really want to do another episode with David Leeser, because I
Yeah.
think that original episode, because originally Shelley Connolly was supposed to be on that episode, the one that we did about beautification. And because Shelley Connolly is like whenever I'm talking to anyone on beautification or anyone in the government at all, they're just saying, if you want to know anything about beautification, you got to go to Shelley Connolly, because she knows her stuff. And then David Leeser, his big thing was the trees. So I want to do an episode
speak
with
for
him
the
about the trees.
trees.
Yeah, he's the Lorax of Marco Island. But yeah, anyway, with that, I'm getting off topic here again.
No, we're not. It's I just love that. I mean, even if we're not going super in depth like we did last time, we got the chance to reflect on our year.
Yeah, it's almost like we did a pre-plan.
Yeah, we
I'm
kind
going
of
to check to make sure this is still
Of course.
which I don't think we're going to go much longer than 10 minutes. We're 15 minutes into the recording, so that means we're about 13 minutes into the episode.
Bet. That's still recording. I checked it. But yeah, I love everything kind of coming full circle. I mean, we started off as two people that didn't really know how to. I mean, you knew how to run a podcast,
right?
And I was just really awkward and shy.
I didn't know how to run a podcast about something specific.
I mean, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so we both started this like super new, and I think we've really grown into ourselves as host personalities.
Oh yeah, I you especially, because I mean, like when we started, it was like. It was like, this is the Ryan show, and with him as always is Jordan. So very, very Wayne's World, where it was just all about Wayne, and then Garth was also there. But it's not just Jordan is also there. It is equal parts our podcast, and I'm not like completely dominating the entire time, which part of it is me being, it's like, okay, I need to shut up. But also you going, okay, I'm going to talk now because I have something to say. So it's kind of it's both of that, and it has made me very happy to see where we're at now compared to where we were even like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
Because it's even the one time that we did bump heads a little bit, we solved it so fast that I'm just like, I don't know. I think we work together very well as a team. And even though we've barely done anything actually together about this podcast in a while, I've just realized.
It has been a while, yeah. Everything's been pre-recorded, guys.
Yeah.
For so long. We are so far out. We have stuff planned for football season already. So if you are a business owner, if you are a personality on the island and you're thinking to yourself, maybe on a whim, like I've got something going on in July, maybe I'll hit
us
them
up ASAP.
Yeah, we have like all of June planned already. So if it's happening in July.
We have all of June planned. We also have all of October planned. We have some of September planned. July and August currently open. For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. I think there's one or two in there that we have planned already.
Just let us know in advance. I mean, while this is still a small project, and we thank all of you guys for listening and for staying on board for so long, and, you know, coming out to some of the things that we do, which, I'm saying that because I am going to see you on our 1-year party. You will be there. You are being hypnotized. Okay, so since you put that in your calendar,
it's almost better that we did this a second time.
We're a lot more funny.
Giggly, yeah.
But where was I going with that? Oh, but you know, we would just love to get to know everybody. We're going to start a new series coming up.
I was just going to say, we didn't talk about that yet. The moon's up there, Jordan.
The moon? Where's the
moon's
moon?
Up there.
Oh, the moon.
Anyway, it's a waxing crescent.
Did you know when I was little, if I couldn't see the moon in the car, I would cry?
That explains a lot. So we have a new series coming out. That series, soft title is We Sat Down With. I think we could come up with a better name for it. If anyone has an idea for a name, I'll let you hold $1. So it's based off of a series done by Anthony Padilla of Smosh fame on his channel, Anthony Padilla, which has now been changed to Smosh Alike. He did this interview series called I Spent a Day With. Now, I Spent a Day With, he would, of course, interview major personalities. Like, he interviewed Howie Mandel, interviewed, like, Ninja, interviewed, like, internet personalities, and interviewed, like, different, like, actual, like, media personalities, and, like, major, like, actors, and, like, people from, like, the past days of old internet and stuff like that. And then also he does a series where he doesn't just interview big personalities, because, like, that's kind of what we've done so far.
Yes.
We interview business owners and people who are experts in their field. So then he would also do I Spent a Day With the only one that is coming to mind still is I spent a day with furries, or I spent a day with construction workers, or I spent a day with former smokers, or I spent a day with ex-Scientologists, stuff like that. So it's people who have who are in a group and have a very niche set of experiences that they can all kind of relate on, and it's like not just one person talking about what it's like to be that person, but it's multiple people. So
yes. So for the island, if you are bartenders, if you're e-bikers, if you're homeowners, if you're tourists, if you are
police
on
officers,
this island,
if you work in government, if you do this, that, the other thing,
firefighters,
if you think that you belong to a group of people on the island that is important to get your story heard, hit us up and we're going to find more people in your group, and we're going to say we spent a day with e-bikers. That was a very good suggestion for one. And I think that's going to be tons of fun, and that's going to be something that we're going to do a couple of those next year.
Yes. I'm definitely looking forward to us having more content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's going to be super fun now that we've kind of got an idea on scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot more fun to kind of be able to tease things and plan things.
Oh, yeah. Because also another thing is in the first few months of the podcast, we were so winging it. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just like, we should do an episode on this. Now, is that what we're doing right now? Yes. But we are prepared because we already recorded this episode. So thank you, Kat Valentine. We would... say it's like, we could do an episode about South Beach. Yeah, let's look up things to bring to the beach. And then we did that.
A timeless episode, though. Advice never goes bad.
It's a very fun episode.
And speaking of beaches, we do have a beach episode coming up talking about your beloved sea turtles.
Yes, going to be very fun. Very fun times had by
tuned.
all. Jordan, honestly, is there anything else that we really need to talk about on this episode?
I don't think so. You know, I just really loved kind of diving back into the things we've done.
Diving in?
Let me hold that mic.
That would have been funny if I just disappeared into the ocean.
Right, like that camera over there just like gets used.
Yeah. Give me the beat, boys. It's like, hey guys, watch the Jolly Bridge episode again because Ryan actually did it this time.
But all the good times reminiscing, it's been a blast.
Remember
I
the
want to
times we
hear what you guys loved the most. I want to hear what you hated the most.
Yeah, I think in the comment
section,
say your favorite episode, the most underrated episode, and your least favorite episode. Say that in the comment section on YouTube. And if you're watching on Spotify, really appreciate you.
Go over to YouTube and comment.
We're sitting at on YouTube alone. We're sitting at just under 25,000 views, and then across all platforms, I believe that puts us well over 40,000 views.
Yeah, and I like to hold on tightly to the one time we had 120K people visit our Instagram in 7 days.
Yes.
I cling to it.
That was during Milton because we were no, people followed.
Some of you followed, not all 120K.
Well, we got at least 10 followers out of that, so I think that's a win because we just surpassed 500 followers on Instagram, which is very fun.
Our Instagram grows way faster. I almost feel like there should be a mini-series on Insta.
I made a seriously good decision when we started this podcast. I took an Instagram account that I already had, followers, and I just changed the name and archived all the posts.
Ooh.
I already had 250 followers.
Is your turtle still on there?
Yes.
That's as he should be.
Yes. Big ups. Yeah. I don't know. It's a fun time. I'm really looking forward to the party. I'm looking forward to seeing what we have for this next year. Anything else? Any closing arguments, Jordan?
The official party invite will be posted on our Instagram soon. Sometime this week. We just want to make it look really pretty for you guys. And so that way it's easy for you to share with all your friends. If you're watching this and you live on Marco Island and you have friends that live in Chicago, New York, California, Mexico, Europe, wherever,
from sea to shining sea, from New York down to Houston, from Seattle to LA, from Miami to what's the Anchorage, Alaska, to Honolulu, Hawaii, across all 50 states and Canada, and Europe, and even Nebraska. Thank you for watching Good Morning Marco.
Yes.
And share it with all those people.
We
do have like viewers across the world, because I check, and we do have people watching in like random countries.
We have people watching from Indiana. I see them comment all the time, and I'm like, who are you? I feel like bleep. But I do know one of y'all, Terry. If you're out there, I miss you. Move back.
I don't know who you are. With that,
again, July 19th, Saturday, 3 to 9, Kava Culture, Marco Island. So much fun, so much merch, so many people, and so many things to experience. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ryan, for being an amazing co-host.
Thank you.
Thank you for having the idea to start this podcast and inviting me along.
Thank you for joining me, because I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to do this alone, and I don't know anyone else that would have actually like caught the vision as much as you have, because I actually, shortly before we started a podcast, Gina came to me and suggested me to start a podcast with a different person. She just said, do a podcast about like anything with this person. And I was like, no, I don't trust that person to be able to do a podcast. It's like, because they are unreliable, and you've been very reliable throughout all this, and it's been a very fun time. And I'm glad that it is the two of us doing this, because it's, I don't know, it's fun times are had by all.
Yes. And we look forward to being able to meet more of you guys this upcoming year. We have so much fun stuff planned that you really do not want to miss it. Like, I am wishing I could time travel and already experience these things, because I'm so excited. So, stay tuned.
Hard agree. Jordan, where can they find you? First, before that, where can you find our sponsor? Right here.
This episode of Good Morning Marco is brought to you by Tyler Buchan of the Golf Group. Located right here on Marco Island, they're your go-to experts for luxury living on Marco Island and beyond. Whether you're looking for a waterfront home with golf access, a condo with stunning beach views, or a private retreat down on Hideaway Beach, Tyler and his team will guide you to your home. Visit thegolfgroup.com to start your search today, or call 239-420-1099. Once again, that number is 239-420-1099. Go to thegolfgroup.com to find out more. Thank you so much to Tyler and his team for sponsoring this episode of Good Morning Marco.
Wow. Thank you so much to Tyler and his team for sponsoring this very special episode of Good Morning Marco.
Yes.
Jordan, where can they find you?
You can find me personally at JGCraley03 on Instagram. You can find my new influencer-ish-esque page. It's going to be something turning out if you follow, called the Marco Current, the.marco.current on Instagram. You can find my work at Current Creations FL, whether that be on Instagram or .com. And Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me at www.ryanmsullivan.com. That's ryanmsullivan.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Real Ryan Sullivan. That's REAL Ryan Sullivan. Did I say realryansullivan.com? I didn't intend to. It's just Real Ryan Sullivan. You can also find
crash out meter got to hear, guys.
Everything to do with Good Morning Marco at goodmorningmarco.com. That's GOODMORNING. MARCO. I was trying to remember if it was goodmorningmarcopodcast.com or not.
No, but you can find us on Instagram at Good Morning Marco Pod, P-O-D. Yes. We're 2 P's in a pod.
I'm quitting the podcast. And with that,
it really does mean the most.
Well, I didn't know. And with that, thank you so much for watching.
I got too excited. It really does mean the most.
And we will see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.